see what blathers. Oh god, I hate myself. What is the most annoying thing about the game? What do you guys think? I mean, obviously this, when you kick something and erase it and you don't mean to. Welcome to Procrastinate-n-Play. My name is Marie, and today we are going to do a tier ranking list of some of my top pet peeves in Animal Crossing. So here are my categories. The worst is when I feel like rage quitting and I just want to throw my controller across the room. Next below that, we have swears are flying. So you're pissed off and you might start cussing. Then, it is what it is. Next is shake it off. Sometimes maybe some of these things are just not even that bad. Like maybe there could be a positive spin to it. And then the last one is actually it's kind of funny sometimes. So my first pet peeve is what I like to call the rule of ones. There are a lot of times in the game where it will only allow you to do one thing at a time. So for example, right at the beginning, when you're trying to donate items to Blathers, you can only donate one at a time. Or if you're trying to craft things, you can only craft one at a time. Or if you want to customize something, so you get the picture. So, it's annoying, but it is what it is. Maybe one day we'll be able to bulk craft, or we'll be able to buy a ton of stuff at Able Sisters all at once, or from Kicks all at once. I'm crossing my fingers for that one day. This next one definitely pisses me off. This is when you're terraforming and you accidentally build something or tear something down that you didn't mean to do. So typically what happens with me is I build a piece of land on water, or I build a cliff, and then I immediately break it, and I did not mean to. I do that all the time. So when I do that, swears are definitely flying. This next one also makes me cuss. This is when you accidentally kick a custom code on the ground and you didn't mean to do it. It's so annoying because sometimes you have to go back into builder mode and find the code and put it down, and it's just super annoying. This next one seems to happen to me all the time, and I actually think it's kind of funny. This is when your villagers are getting in the way when you're trying to do something, when you're trying to make a build. In this picture, Kyle and Samson both literally sat down in the middle of the build I was trying to create. And it's kind of funny, like it makes me laugh. This is Robin repeating a line of dialogue that another villager had literally just said. And I don't know how common this is. For me, it would happen just because I had a lot of villagers of the same type. But if you have like a good variety of villagers, you may not get repeat dialogue, and it's not that bad. Like, it is what it is. And if you don't talk to your villagers, you won't get repeated dialogue. This one is probably one of the things that pisses me off the most in the game. So there are times when I'm fishing and I know I push my button. Like I have pretty good reflexes. I feel like I'm pretty good at fishing in the game. I actually do enjoy fishing most of the time. But sometimes, even though I push the button, as soon as that little bobber goes down, the fish gets away. And that makes me so mad that I just want to throw my controller across the room. It's funny because it's different with the bugs. Like when I miss a bug, that's on me. Like that's my fault. And I usually don't get that mad. But when I miss fish, like yes, sometimes it's my fault. But sometimes it's like, no, I pushed the button and I get so mad. But with the bugs, it kind of just depends, to be honest, because if I'm trying to catch a bug and I've been trying for a long time and I mess it up, then yeah, I'm going to be mad. But it's more that I'm mad at myself and not so much the game. But usually I'll just shake it off. Like, it's not that bad. This seems to happen to me a lot too when I'm on a mission. Like, I really want to get something done, and then my villagers want to come over and hang out. And it's just like, oh, I don't want to spend the time on it. But then also, like, why do I feel guilty? Like, they're not real. It's not like a real friend is trying to come over to my house in real life, but yeah, I feel guilty, so I always let them come over. And this one, I think you just gotta shake it off, play high card, low card with them, and then just be on your way. When you are trying to get a villager to move in and they are playing hard to get, that can be so annoying. It took me, I can't even remember, 6 or 7 times before Quilson finally moved in. Like, he kept saying he was gonna move, and then he would keep picking the wrong villager to trade, and I was cussing. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And then I feel like sometimes the game is messing with me. So when you're trying to catch rare fish, sometimes you get a whole bunch of other rare fish besides the one that you want. So when I was trying to catch the barrel eye, which took me forever, I had the hardest time. I can't even tell you how many football fish I caught, and oarfish and tuna, like just everything else but the barrel eye. So it was actually kind of funny. Like, I literally had a room in my house that was full of football fish. This one makes me laugh too. So this is when you make the perfect cast, and as soon as that bobber hits the water, the fish turns its snobby little head away from you. And it drives me insane, but it also makes me laugh. So it can be funny. There were several times when I was running around the island back and forth, looking for a particular bug, and out of nowhere a scorpion would come out and get me, and it would scare the crap out of me. And so I definitely had some swear words flying around in those occasions, just because partly it just scared me so bad. Like, they just came out of nowhere. And then you have the loading screens, and I guess in typical gameplay it's not too bad, but if you are doing a villager hunt, or if you are time traveling because you're looking for a rainy day or something like that, these load screens, it can be pretty annoying. But it is what it is, and while it's loading, you can just look on Instagram or TikTok or something. Sometimes when I'm moving furniture, it does not cooperate. It does not go the way I want it to go or the way I think it's gonna go. Even though it annoys me, I also laugh about it. Like, I think it's funny. So this one maybe only happens to me, but when I plan out a spot of where I want to put a building down or a bridge or something, and then I put it in the wrong spot, which I have done several times before. Like, I will accidentally put it one square over from where I meant it to go, and when I do that, I'm definitely cursing. Sometimes when I'm trying to catch bugs, I will not be paying attention and I'll be running around when I should have been walking carefully, and I scare them away. And it's my own fault, so it is what it is. I'm usually pretty careful when I'm shaking trees. I tend to have my net out, but sometimes I forget, or I just am like taking that risk, and of course I end up getting stung. But you just gotta shake it off. Like, it's not that big a deal. This one annoys me because of my OCD tendencies. When I'm hitting rocks, like, I want to get all 8 items, and when I get 7, I get so mad. But you just gotta shake it off because it's not that bad. I don't know if this is just me, but I have a terrible time getting pictures of my villagers. Like, I cannot get them to cooperate. Of course they won't stand still, but then also I can never even get them to look at the camera. So like, Molly here had the cutest sunglasses on, and I tried that whistling trick and I still could not even get her to look at the camera. But it's actually kind of funny the way they just do not cooperate. Another pet peeve is when the wrong villager wants to move out. When a villager asks to move out, but it's not the one you need to move out, that can get really frustrating. And to be honest, it might cause some swear words to come flying out. And when you're trying to get someone to move out and you see a thought bubble and you get really excited, and it turns out that it's not even that they want to move, it's just like they bought an extra tube top or something, and they're thinking really hard about, oh my god, what do I do with this extra tube top? That is also super annoying and cuss word worthy. For some reason, I also seem to catch a ton of trash, but that one to me is just shake it off because it's not that bad. And also sometimes it can be a good thing because you might get a recipe, like you might learn to craft something out of it, so it's not that bad. This one, oh my god, the mole cricket. This one makes me want to throw my controller across the room. Like, they're so annoying. And then if you take the time to actually find them so you can make them shut up and you can stop that stupid noise, then I swear to god, 2 seconds later another one is gonna spawn and you're right back at the beginning. I freaking hate the mole cricket. That is the most annoying bug in the whole game. And this last one, it actually is kind of funny. It makes me laugh, and I just made a short about it. This is when your villagers just keep sitting on the ground, literally right next to chairs. You know, you build these amazing, beautiful places for them to sit. You have like an entire cafe. You have like this particular spot was this beautiful area on the beach. And there was literally like 7 or 8 different places where Blanche could have been sitting, and yet she chose to sit right on the ground. And you just gotta laugh about it. So if you look at my rankings, there's really only 2 things that make me super angry, and that's when, I swear to God, I push the button to catch the fish and I still don't catch it, and then the stupid mole cricket. Like, I cannot stand that bug. And then, as you guys can see, there are a lot of things that make me swear, which makes sense because I basically just swear a lot anyway. And there's actually a lot of things that make me laugh too. So it's a good mix. I'm glad that even the parts that are annoying about the game still make me laugh. It's a lot of fun. It just shows how much I love the game. So those are some of my pet peeves in the game. I know I left some stuff out, so let me know in the comments what are some pet peeves that you have, and if you agree or disagree with where I put them on the list. I'm gonna do another tier ranking of some positive things in the game, some things that I love about the game, because I can't just leave it on the negative side. Like, I love Animal Crossing. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.